If you want 6 tiny coins with Doge-like potential that can moon 10,000x, well then this is the video for you, because one of them has already pulled a 300x and all the other 5 are looking amazingly bullish and they have a ton of potential. You need to watch this video until the end because I'm going to start with memes and then towards the end I'm going to end with technology, layer 1s and even DeFi. So pay very close attention because this is a very special show and there's a ton of alpha in it. So stay tuned until the end. There's no time to waste. We're going to have an amazing week. 1, 2, 3, let's get on to it. Here we are, my friends, with CoinTalk's greatest trade thus far. Momo looking amazing. The entire market took a big hit. Look at BTC still recovering 114. On the lows it went to 112, still looking bullish. Super cycle still intact. Nothing has changed. Momo still looks bullish. Compared to any other meme coins out there, it looks pretty good on the daily. Look, here's what we're seeing. It's something very standard. We have 1 touch on the support, 2 touch, 3rd touch. Okay, 3rd touch is usually the last. As I say hundreds of times here on the show, you want to buy the 3rd touch because it's almost like confirmation that it's going to be the last one, it's the last dip, and then from here we're gonna moon, we're gonna go to all-time highs. That's what's happening when it comes to Momo. I mean, this is one of the most bullish meme coin charts in all of crypto I've ever seen. How many coins go to 50 million and then just kind of like just go sideways around this 25 to 19 million market cap range? It was also there finding some difficulties at 30 million, but it's looking amazingly bullish. Also very cool when it comes to Momo, and we are right there when it comes to 7-day accumulation, close to Fog, close to 𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗏, close to GigaChad, close to Bitcoin on Ethereum. I mean, close to like the biggest meme coins out there, and we're right there in the first page. Also, BONK is still the main meta. The team is working incredibly hard. They're doing an amazing job. They took over the market. They own the market. So this is still the main meta. Again, when the market recovers, what do you think is going to do the best? It's going to be BONK. It's going to be useless. 𝗘𝗫𝗏 is going to pump probably, but Momo is going to outperform all of them because it's tinier. It has less liquidity and it's literally tied to the BONK meta more than any other coin. So like I said, I mean, everything looks perfect. Everything looks perfect. I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Also, if you look at touching the support 3 times, just like I said previously, and if you look at DRSIs, it's completely bottomed. It's completely bottomed. It's very bullish. Also, finally, the whales are noticing Momo. Wallets with upwards of $10 million are starting to nibble. Look, 3K buy, 3K buy. You think a wallet like this doesn't have friends? They do have friends. We also had another exchange listing. WeX listed us the other day. So we got a ton of exchange listings. Many of these other coins doing well, they don't have as many exchanges. Why? Because our distribution is clean. It is actually fair. So we have all the ingredients here for escape velocity next. Just like I said 2 videos ago, you gotta watch my Thursday video. Once we reach escape velocity, it's gonna be just like the next coin, Troll. This is what escape velocity looks like, and I think Troll is on its way to 200 million market cap. I think it maybe tops at 200, maybe at 180 million market cap on its first stop. But this is another coin there that has 9-figure potential and it's still just mooning, still just going and going. It had 2 touches here. I think the last goodbyes were at 37 and 29, and now it's just gonna go. I wouldn't sell it here, to be honest. I would wait for it to go a little bit higher. It did almost touch 100 mil, so it's normal that it corrects. It's normal even if it comes back to 50. I don't think it will though. I think maybe if you can catch it at something like 60 million market cap, that would probably be good if you could. But yeah, it's in escape velocity right now. Usually buying tops on coins that reach escape velocity, which is something that Momo will do next, turns out to be a good strategy, because again, escape velocity just means that they're gonna go on a very strong leg, just like here. Look, this is not escape velocity, but look at this first run on Troll. It just went straight to 40 million market cap on stop and then did the sideways thing, very similar to Momo, straight to 50 million market cap, doing the sideways thing now. And so when they go escape velocity, you never know. Are they gonna stop at 100 mil? Are they gonna stop at 200 mil? It can go even higher than 200 million market cap, to be completely honest. Good liquidity, and of course, great meme. There's nothing to add other than I think it's gonna go higher. I hope you guys were positioned, and I would take profits maybe at 180, 170 million market cap. Then we have AWR. Now, AWR is doing great. It's still strong. It bounced back a little bit deeper than this trend line. I thought the trend line was gonna hold in terms of support, but because the entire market pushed it, it went a little bit deeper, but I think it's going to do all-time highs very soon. Then we have Pulse Chain. Now, Pulse Chain is not a meme coin. Pulse Chain is a layer 1 that's an Ethereum fork, and this is the weekly chart. On the weekly, we crossed 400 million market cap. So essentially from my call, which was quite literally peak of bottom here at 170, Pulse Chain did a 2.5x, which, by the way, this is a good liquidity coin. This is a layer 1. This is tech, okay? This is not a meme coin. It's doing amazing. It's really doing amazing. I think this week or the next, maybe the next 3 weeks, I think we crossed this 680 million market cap zone, but we just got to get rid of all the dead weight on Pulse Chain. There's a ton of dead weight. There's a ton of doubters still. Once we get rid of them, we can go to like 680 and then a billion market cap. Once we reach there, and Pulse Chain is almost doing all-time highs, which I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I would say this year, you're still probably from here. I would bet anyone from 300 million right now, within the next year, you get a 10x, at least minimum. I think you still can get a 10x from here, okay? A bump right there to 3 billion market cap. And then Pulse Chain might do a little bit of sideways action before escape velocity. And that's probably when we actually have a proper alt season, which I don't know if it's going to be end of the year or if it's even going to be next year. If it starts at like December and goes all the way to like June, maybe even March next year, because if you look at the rate cuts, it's still going to take a while until we actually get a proper decent market for full-blown risk. But the bullish news is you got a lot of time to accumulate cheap pulse chain. Any pulse chain basically below 680 million market cap, you're buying it for free because you're buying below the sacrifice price, below the ICO price. Any pulse chain above 1.5 billion, it's not going to be that super cheap anymore. You can still do well, but your time is running out, my friends. You don't have a lot of months. Speaking of pulse chain, I was waiting to see if I found a good meme coin on pulse chain, and I finally found one. It's called 𝗵𝗏𝗧𝗏, okay? And I think on pulse chain, this is going to become the premier meme coin. I think this is the only meme coin on pulse chain that is worth anything. It's quite interesting, and the reason why is this is the meme coin of the largest pulse chain whale, which is this guy that averaged in on BTC at $5. He entered the Ethereum ICO. He's an absolute Chad whale. His name is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 right here, and he's non-stop promoting. When you see a massive whale like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 here, when you see a whale like him that has tens of millions of dollars to throw at a brand new layer one of the most riskiest investments one could do on earth. If you have tens of millions of dollars to throw at a chain like that, that means you must have a lot of Bitcoin, like a lot of Bitcoin. He also has very good connections with celebrities. So he's a crypto consultant, and I think he does consulting for celebrities because we've seen bands like Limp Bizkit and Korn chill and invest in pulse chain. So we know he's very well connected, and he's a great VC, and he's completely all in on his dog coin that some people in the community created. So I do think that this dog coin, 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, a Belgian Malinois, is going to become the premier meme coin on pulse chain. So if you have some pulse and you want to have some exposure to meme coins, here you go, 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And it doesn't compete with anything on Solana or ETH. It's its own thing, and I do think it's probably going to go non-stop until 10 mil, 20 million market cap, then maybe correct a little bit after its first run to 10 million, 20 million market cap, okay? I think this is where it starts. So a good first take profit would be between 10 and 20 million market cap. Just take some profits there. Anywhere below that, I'm not interested in taking any profits. So yeah, very bullish. Yes, it's at 700k, and I do think it's going to go to 10 million market cap. Now, moving away from memes, again on Solana, we have 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 gorbagana is this chain at this is DJN. You gotta follow this guy, very good. He has 70k followers. He's very smart, very good trader. Here he explains 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, the GOR thesis, and why he thinks it can 10x from here and go to 200 million market cap. And I agree with him fully. It's very simple. This is a fork of Solana. This started out with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and a bunch of other people. It is still on its testnet. When it comes to all socials, mentions, you know, whale activity, it's beating most of these other coins on Solana, to be completely honest. It looks amazing. There's a lot of whales who are betting on this. Solana co-founder 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is in. Crypto lawyer Gabriel Shapiro, like I said, very smart guy. This is one of those guys you gotta follow in crypto. And what was a joke turned out to become like an actual Solana fork. It's still in its testnet. It has a ton of transactions. It has a ton of holders. Again, my job is to give you guys amazing trades. I actually do think this is gonna 10x, but right there at 60-70, I would just take my profits, let the rest ride. I'm very confident it's gonna do and print all-time highs, especially or when BTC turns over. Right now, still recovering from that bad momentum because we didn't have any rate cuts, blah blah, etc. But once it turns, I think GOR is going to do amazing. Don't forget, August and September are some of the worst months for Bitcoin historically. So these are months for positioning. Then, incredibly bullish, BlackRock is accumulating a ton of Ethereum. Okay, this is happening at a record pace. All these big institutions, they look at BTC as internet's money, as digital gold, maybe even as property, but they do want stocks on chain. They do want treasuries on chain, and we already have some, but they probably want more volume because it's safe and they take power away from the banks. So these institutions like BlackRock don't want to be paying these bankers fees, these middlemen, which don't produce a lot. They don't want to be just giving them billions and billions of dollars in fees. Look, Trump's son is telling you to buy ETH. BlackRock, follow the money, is telling you to buy ETH. I'm very bullish ETH, and I do think Ethereum layer 2s are not going to do as well as Pulse Chain, which is an Ethereum fork. I've told you guys since the bottom. Once it hits escape velocity and once the outbound marketing starts, I'm going to be here telling you I told you so. And you do want to scoop some of that Pulse Chain meme coin. Anyways, guys, this was today's show. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow with more alpha, with different charts, with different memes. I'm going to try and put more small market cap coins, just like I did today with 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and just like I did with Momo at 100 to 200k, and then it went to 50 million market cap. I'm going to try and introduce more risk here, but these are, I think, right now the most important coins, tiny coins on the market. See you guys tomorrow with more alpha.